Tuesday night, my mom is working a late shift at the hospital. My two brothers were away at college, so for the time being I had the house to myself. I had a couple friends over. We watched a baseball game, had a few beers, and they left through the back door. I went upstairs to the kitchen to put the remainder of the beers in the fridge and get ready for bed. I went to bed shortly after, and after a while of laying down trying to actually fall asleep, I heard light footsteps coming up the stairs outside my room. My mom was home. I heard her cough. She passed my bedroom door and entered the bathroom. Then she went back downstairs to the kitchen and started making a lot of racket with the cabinets and dishes and whatnot. I was way too lazy to get out of bed to go down there and ask her to keep it down. So I just texted her instead to stop making so much noise. I put my phone back on my desk and flipped on my side to try to get comfortable. Then I heard footsteps coming back upstairs quickly. My bedroom door opened and my mom stepped into my room. The hallway light outside my room wasn't on, so I couldn't make eye contact with my mom. But when I looked up, I saw my mom's figure. She stood by the doorway, looking kind of slouched over. I told her to stop making so much damn noise, and rather annoyed tone, when she didn't respond. I sat up and said, "Mom." Vibration on my desk let me know I got a text, and given that it was pretty late, and naturally checked my phone to see who it was. It was from my mom. She said, "I'm still at work." I dropped my phone onto my bed as I looked up at the doorway. That person standing in my doorway wasn't my mom. Even though I was panicking, I had to think on my feet. I said, "Mom, I need to get to sleep. Get out." I said this because I wanted to play dumb, act like I had no suspicion that someone had broken in. The person at my doorway didn't move, so it picks up my phone, texted my mom in a panic saying there's someone in the house. I mistook them for her to call the police right now. My number played back okay in a matter of seconds. Something then broke the silence in the room. The voice of a woman, crackly and rough. She started saying something. Sounded to me like she was saying "don't know where to go" over and over. Her voice started getting louder as I realized she was approaching my bed. I screamed "get back" as I fumbled for the lamp switch next to my bed. As the light turned on, I was faced with some old woman with white, wiry hair with her wrinkled hands reached out at me, approaching my bed, repeating that phrase, "don't know where to go." I screamed "get away from me" as it seemed as though she was about to attack me. I jumped off the bed and ran out of the room and held my door shut. Seconds later, I felt her trying to push the door open as I put all my weight up against it to keep it shut. She started screaming, "I need to get out," and started banging on the door. Held this position for the longest time and she was relentless. My mom kept calling my phone, but I couldn't pick it up. It wasn't until the cops arrived and knocked on the front door that I let go of the bedroom door and answered them. The old woman immediately came rushing after me, but as I opened the door and yelled at the cops to stop her, they immediately pinned her against the wall. She was in cuffs and was put in the police car. I told them everything that happened, and they said based on how she was behaving and what I told them, she would need to be identified and evaluated to determine if she was mentally ill, and later turned out she was, to no surprise. I found out later that night after the cops left that after my friends left through the back door, I forgot to lock it, and that was how she managed to simply walk into my house. It's definitely scarred me mentally in the sense that anytime I hear something in my room while sleeping, I have to look up and make sure somebody isn't standing on the other side.